When we had Silverfox built, we had a Thetford Cassette Toilet installed. We had a pump-out toilet on our original boat back in 2004, and it was fine, it was convenient, but there's always that kind of moment where you get to a pump-out with a full tank and it's not working, and you're stuck then, especially in winter if it starts icing up. Where are you going to go? No, don't tell me. So we had a cassette toilet this time, and it's been fine. There's loads of places to empty it. It's cheap, well, it's free to empty it.
Which we like.
As Yorkshiremen, definitely. No complaints, except one thing. And if you've seen the vlog we did a few weeks ago on emptying a cassette toilet, you'll know exactly what I mean.
It's not pleasant.
Oh my God. So we don't want to pump out, we want to get rid of the cassette. It leaves us two options. We've either got composting or incinerating. Incinerating's a bit pricey, isn't it?
Expensive.
Yeah, and I don't want to use that amount of gas just to burn one of your poos. We could
Hours.
make dinners. Yeah, we could like make a week's worth of dinners with the same amount of gas that it would to burn one of his poos. You're laughing because it's true. Aren't you?
Yeah.
That's made you uncomfortable now, hasn't it? So we're going composting. But we're trying to find the composting toilet that will look right on Silverfox.
We want it to look like a toilet.
Yeah, and some of them are a bit rustic.
Allotment.
Yeah, there's all sorts of designs. We want something that's going to look really nice on Silverfox and complements the style of the boat.
Yeah.
And we think we've found one.
Oh, yes.
So in this video, we're going to show you how we're going to uninstall the cassette and install our new composting toilet. Apparently, it's really easy to install this new toilet, but I've got to take the cassette toilet out first. I'm not very good when it comes to practical things. See what happens. Before we start, Sean is going to take the cassette out from underneath the toilet, and I'll tell you what, he is so happy that this is the last time he has to do this. While he's doing that, I've gone under the bed to isolate the water supply to the toilet. All it takes is a quarter turn on this screw, and that's it, job done, hopefully. Now Sean is going to press the flush just to clear any water between the isolator and the toilet to get rid of it. If you do this, make sure you put a bowl or a cup or something underneath the trap in the toilet, and that'll collect any water that comes out. After that, I've switched the electric off to the toilet pump, and that means I can safely disconnect the cables from the toilet. With the cassette out of the way, I can take out the 4 screws that secure the old toilet to the floor and then move it away from the wall so that I can get to the electrical and plumbing connections. Now the 12-volt electrical connections are just plugged in, so it's easy just to pull these 2 plugs out. That's it. The water supply, well, that's a hose connected to the toilet, and it's just with this Jubilee clip. So to be on the safe side, and just in case the isolator hasn't closed properly, I've also switched the main water pump off and put some blue roll down to catch any water. So then I slowly loosen that Jubilee clip just to make sure the water's not going to spurt out, and with a bit of brute force took the feed hose off from the toilet. Luckily the isolator worked and only a little bit of water came out. It's a good job that blue roll was there though. I left the pipe for a minute just to let those last bits of water drain off, and then I've moved the cassette toilet out of the way to make way for the new one. There's a small bracket on the wall for the old toilet, which is easy to remove. It's just a couple of screws. Then it's a good clean down with some floor spray and capping the water pipe off just to prevent any leaks in the future. We are going to leave this pipe here so another toilet can be plumbed in again if we want to, or a future owner of the boat wants to. Finally, I've cut the crimped ends of the electrical cables off, and they're ready to fit to the connections for the new toilet. And luckily, the cables we've got are already sufficiently rated for the electrics for the new toilet. Now, if you're doing this, it's really important that you check the capacity of the cable to make sure it's safe to use. If you're not sure, just get a qualified electrician in to check it. With the cables snipped off and ready, they just plug into the new toilet connections really easily. The cables just push into this terminal and it snaps closed. That's it. Believe it or not, that is all there is to it. I've tidied the cables up and secured it all, and I can just push the toilet into its new position. Before I secure it to the boat though, I just want to check those electrical connections are working. So just going to switch the power back on, and there we go, all good. Then it's just 4 screws, 2 into the floor and 2 into the bulkhead wall behind the loo, which is going to secure it. Here is what it looks like inside. The electrics come into this box and they split off. One cable comes up the inside to this light and button on the outside. Another powers this motor and that drives the stirrer for the solids bucket. Now the motor's protected by a 4-amp breaker just to stop it blowing in case something jams that motor. Another cable powers the extractor fan and that draws air from inside the toilet into this carbon filter. This is ace, it gets rid of all the odours. One of the things that originally put us off the idea of a composting toilet was the thought of drilling another hole outside the boat. We didn't want to do that, but thankfully this filter means we don't have to. They only cost about £20 and it lasts over a year. It's really effective. The air comes out of the side of the toilet into this filter and we've boxed it all in to make it look nice. It does, it looks lovely. But once we're happy that that filter's working, we're actually going to put the filter inside the toilet housing so we won't need this boxing. Next up, I can put the trays inside and these protect the mechanism and the electrics. It also acts to position the bucket and the liquid bottle in exactly the right place so you don't get anything, well, dropping where it shouldn't. Ooh. Now the solids bucket fits kind of snugly into its position on the tray and the stirring mechanism lock just locks it into place and it stops the bucket from moving about. You don't want that. Next, the liquids bottle, and it's rigid, it's really solidly built. It holds 5 litres of liquid and it sits on this moulded tray. And again, that catches any overflow or spillages, again, but it shouldn't do that because there's a sensor built into the toilet. And when the bottle reaches a certain level, it lights up on the outside to warn you that it's almost full. And when you do, you can just lift it out and empty it. This light also acts as the button that activates the stirrer in the solids bucket. Now when you press it, it stirs the bucket for about 20 seconds. What it does is basically combines the solids with the compost. It keeps the odour down and it separates them to avoid, well, one big ball of poo. If ever the power fails or the motor packs in, I mean, you never know. We've also got a standby. It's a non-stirring bucket. It's basically just a bucket. We just line it with this biodegradable composting bag, sprinkle some compost in between uses and then just tie up the bag when it's full, dispose of it. I don't think we'll need to use it, but it's there just in case. All we do is put about 2 litres of regular compost into the bucket, pop it back in the toilet. That's going to last us about 5 days as a couple. If you're on your own, you've got about 10 days, maybe up to 2 weeks. It all depends how much you eat, I guess. Now, the seats and lid just clip in really easily like this. It makes it really easy to take on and off when you want to clean it. Underneath the lid and the seat, you've got the diverter, the most important part. There's this modesty cover, which it just hides the contents of the bucket. Yeah, again. And this blue plastic thing that looks like a flattened stickle brick, it's actually a splash screen. And it means us guys can have a pee standing up without it splashing everywhere. And it also smells like mints. It's proper lovely and fresh. Better than that chemically kind of smell of blue and cheap disinfectant.
A month later,
Like it just said.
here we are. And we wanted to give it a decent period of time before we reviewed it. We didn't just want to give it a couple of days, we wanted it to like wear in. Any regrets?
None whatsoever.
Brilliant. Best thing we've done to Narrowboat Silver Fox since we launched last May, honestly. The smell is like
Gone.
disappeared. I mean, there wasn't much of a smell with the cassette, only when you open the trap or were cleaning and emptying it and stuff.
Yeah.
But absolutely nothing.
Not even when you empty it, nothing.
And we've got the filter, the carbon filter with the fan that pulls the air out. But even when that's switched off, which we've had it switched off for like 2 or 3 days at a time.
When you just forget.
And nothing, no smell at all. It's just amazing. And I think it's all to do with the separation, innit?
Yeah.
Of the fluids and
Exactly.
the solids. But it's absolutely amazing. So the bottle is lasting us about 4 days.
3 to 4 days.
And when it's full, you just put the cap on. You can empty it in the Elsan or down like a toilet, or if you're out in the middle of nowhere like this, just
At the back of the hedge.
yeah, at the back of the hedge, as long as it's not going to contaminate anything. And if you are walking down like past people, we've made some like Fox's Cloudy Lemonade labels that you just stick to it. Those 2 old ladies bought a bottle. And the toilet has got, they don't believe us, that's why you're laughing. The toilet's got like this sensor built in, so when the bottle reaches a certain level, this light comes on and it tells you to empty it.
Yeah.
So you don't overfill the bottle. Brilliant. And it works, doesn't it, every time?
Absolutely.
The bucket is just as good. The stirrer system is just amazing because it coats the solids
With your compost.
with compost. We just use run-of-the-mill compost,
Yeah.
which is like £5 a bag, and we only use like a couple of cups full each time, and that lasts us like 5 days.
Yeah.
So again, it just stops the smell completely, and then Sean empties the bucket into a bag. We've got some composting biodegradable bags. Empty it into that, put it in the bow locker, no smell again, and then just dispose of it when we can.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I don't know why we didn't do this months ago.
I know.
But we have been thinking about it for months, and the thing again is research. We went and looked at all sorts of different composting toilets and incinerating toilets, and we chose Compoosting Toilets. That's who have supplied this one. This is not a freebie advert.
Nope.
We did what we did with the boat. We went and did the legwork and the research and went to see everybody, and then we chose Compoosting Toilets to supply this one for us, and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
A link to their website is just in the description, in the video description down below. And they're going to be at Crick
So go and see them.
in May. They've got a stand at Crick, so go and see them and sit on the toilet like Sean did in the middle of a street when we were trying it out
You've got to do these
a
things.
few months ago.
You've got to do these things.
Would you change anything about it?
Nothing whatsoever.
No, it is absolutely brilliant.
It looks exactly like a normal toilet.
Yeah. If you're thinking about doing this, I mean, we would say, yeah, 100% go for it. But if you've got any questions or bits and pieces that you think we haven't covered, just drop a question in the comments and we'll answer it for you. You know we try to answer all the comments anyway. If you're fitting a boat out and you want a nearly new cassette toilet, we are selling our Thetford C260. It is nearly new. It's been cleaned to within an inch of its life. It's cleaner now than when we got it.
Yes.
And it is brand new. It comes with 2 cassettes. One of them is boxed up new. We've not used it. So if you're interested in that, if you're fitting a boat out and want to put it in that boat, again, just drop us a comment or get in touch. We can sort that out for you. Any other questions, feedback, complaints or anything, just drop them in the comments. Please give the video a like if you've enjoyed it or found it helpful. Subscribe, there's a link down below, and then hit the bell notification icon and YouTube will let you know every time we release a brand new vlog. You can support the channel by clicking join and becoming a member on YouTube, or become a Patreon. A link to that is in the outtakes, which is coming shortly. The video after the outtakes. I apologise in advance. Right,
Shall we go?
Sean's off. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I got bogies.
No.
Don't bang the table. And you come to a point. Gum. It's easy to keep. It's easy to. And what sort? When we were having.
Slow your brain down.
And it's really.
Do we want the cassette or the composting toilet? Click the to Narrowboat silver. No.
We'll start that again.